Peace and blessings, chosen ones, chosen ones, chosen ones. Come in the door. This is G4 Galactical Federation, Harlem Hellfighter Unit. Yes, yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. So, basically what we're going to be discussing is something that is very important, that has been, sitting with my spirit for a little bit. Come in, take off your shoes, rest your swords, rest your shields, sit down on that comfortable couch, or you can sit down on the floor. You know, we got the AC pumping in here. So check this out, guys. You definitely want to be aware of the company that you keep, right? The reason why I say that is because there are people that have separate experiences from yours. They get different reactions from the environment and people than you do because they're completely different. There are people that have made certain decisions in their life where now they have to reap what they have sown, and that sometimes is not you, or that isn't you. So you guys, maybe you might have somebody in your energy, or somebody might be trying to come into your energy, right? And they might have an ideology that does not support your ideology, right? And if you hang out with a person long enough, sometimes their ideology could be poured onto you and start to pick up certain things. So I want to give you a story, right? So I was friends with a brother at one point. However, this brother had resentment for other black women, right? And he would call me and we'll talk about many different things. However, something that he always mentioned was certain things about black women that he disliked. However, this brother had babies with white women and the relationships was okay, but he really desired a black woman the whole time. So he had this resentment or animosity because he did not fully have like a black child, but he's like pro-black. You get what I'm saying? So it used to really bother him, and how he communicated, and also what he would receive, how he was being received by black women. It was not the best decision he could have made. However, after speaking to him for a while, it kept me in a mind frame of not being able to trust women, and under this whole matriarchy and patriarchy thing. And it turned some of people that were on my side like against me, and this really wasn't even my own ideology, right? So just be careful of who you have around, including when it comes to talking about like the opposite sex and so on, things that you honestly really value. Sometimes being empathetic can be a dangerous thing because you can tend to absorb what people are saying and take on their fight like it's yours, but it's not. It's meant for them to fight. So just keep that in mind, that you want to be around people that share the same ideology as you. That's very important. Very, very important. If they have like a certain type of disdain and stuff like that, don't do it, man. Do what's comfortable. But yeah, you cannot be around everybody. God has blessings for you, and sometimes it's not good to have certain people around. They might mess up your blessing. They might stop you from seeing your blessing, or God doesn't want that person a part of your blessing. So just remember, what happens when people come into your life. Are good things happening? Are bad things happening? The company that you keep. What is the company that you keep? The type of company that you want to keep are people be around people that from time to time push you to being the best version of yourself. That's for sure. A friend, and you want to be around people that share. You know, be careful of the company you keep. You know, you never know people's intentions all the time, and sometimes it takes time to reveal that. So just be careful. You know, analyze people when you meet them, ask them questions and so on. Yep. But anyway, I just wanted to say that Galactical Federation, Chosen Ones, G4, and G3. I don't want to see no old videos, man. The new videos is popping. G3, keep up the great work. Shout out to Ossie and Oracle. I'm actually probably about to watch one of your videos right now. As far as the collective reading is concerned, keep your fertility up. Make sure you do checkups on your health, or if you're feeling any type of pain in your body, work on that and get that healed. And work on your fraternity, not your fraternity. Work on your fertility. And I say that specifically for some reasons. You know what I'm saying? So just work on getting your health right, and get into this money. You know what I'm saying? Get into the money, man. Learning to hustle. You know what I'm saying? Learning, creating a business that's needed in the community. Even if you already got a lot of businesses and you bored, create another one and just damn near give it to somebody that is responsible if you can't handle the responsibility. These younger kids, some of them are really smart. Like them kids in high school and middle school, we need to start putting those kids in our businesses and then letting them take over the business. Then you run another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to have some type of system in place where our children could train up to be a business manager by the end of high school, and learn how to take over a business. We need to educate our children, but yeah, man, let's get to the bag, let's get to the money, so we could be able to, financially do the things we love to do. Alright, guys. So, another thing, that whole Cooking with Kaya situation, I personally just think that's like she just wasn't feeling dude like that. I don't know. She just wasn't feeling dude like that. I think cooking with Kaya, I think she's a unique type of person, man. And shout out to that dude too. I don't know the situation, but Kaya does seem, when I look at her personally, I do see somebody that's loyal. She's just going to be loyal to a certain type of person. That's just how some women are, and I could just tell that about her. It didn't really matter how he looked or how much money he had at that moment. Just some women just belong to certain type of people, man. And I could just sense that, like, she only would love a certain type of person, But anyway, that's just me talking about how I feel. What else is going on? Yeah, man, they tearing Dr. Umar Johnson, the new one. I'll tell you that. I feel kind of, it's like over for the brother. But yo, if you really have people money, man, and people out here, they donated and they don't see no results, that's not good news. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah, man, let's focus, y'all. Let's get to the bag. And stay consistent. Don't let things distract you from getting to this money. Don't let things distract you, y'all. Keep up the great work. Shout out to my mystery friends. Shout out to my Matrix friends. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Galactical Federation, like I said, we a group of people all together, all different races of people working together to achieve a goal of, bringing peace and prosperity and love to the planet, as well as, dealing with these side enemies that doing all this gossiping and stuff like that. We nipping stuff in the butt over here, you know what I'm saying? We don't play no games. We let them know Galactical Federation ain't no joke. We big stepping over here, you heard? Shout out to the Roses. And listen, this is just the beginning. We're embracing the next year, and the year after that. We're using a chameleon there, and we're just gonna adjust and adapt. The world needs us. You know what I'm saying? So just thank you guys for everything. You guys keep up the great work. Shout out to the priest and the Jewish people and all of that. Shout out to everybody, the Indian people. You know what I'm saying? My white friends making country music, drinking beers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Indian people. Namaste, eating their vegetables and breathing from their stomach, making them little babies with the little dot on the head. Shout out to my peoples from Japan. Oh, yo, shiba shiba. You know what I'm saying? Like, anime's lit. It's done manifested in real life. Ain't that crazy? It's crazy how life works. Interesting how life works. Shout out to Naruto. Hey. I appreciate y'all, man. I can't wait to go to Japan and stuff and walk around in my Japanese outfit, listening to the water, eating with chopsticks. Yeah. So much to explore in the world. I'm happy for you guys, man. Yep. I might do another one, but yes, chosen ones, be careful who you're around. You don't want to. It takes sometimes a long time to build something, but it could take 5 seconds to make something fall. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware of who you got around you, man. That's what matters. Hang out with people that actually make you comfortable, that treat you like it's home. You know what I'm saying? It feel like home. It's all love. All right. Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings.